Welcome back. On this episode, I'm going to share with you the 5 different ways people are already being scammed based on the $1,200 stimulus payout check. And this is going to ramp up big time in the next couple of months. So millions of these are going to go out. So the chances are pretty good that you will probably see one of these scams, or your family members or friends will. So this is some information you're going to want to have for yourself, and you're going to want to share with your parents or grandparents or other individuals. I'm going to show you the actual scams themselves. So I'm going to give you the images of the scam so you can see them and be prepared for them. If you're on Social Security, disability, or you have veteran check, or you're low income or haven't filed, you're probably very high priority to receive one of these scams. But even if you have filed taxes already, there's a number of things they're doing to try to scam those individuals as well. So let me go ahead and just show you the 5 things that are already being done so that you can be prepared for it. The first thing is people are already receiving fake checks. Now, this is happening in 2 different ways. The first way is the check is being sent out from supposedly the IRS or the Treasury Department. Know this. The IRS has sent out no checks already. So if you receive a check in the next week or 2 or 3 weeks, it is not from the IRS or the Treasury. It is completely fake. Matter of fact, the government doesn't really want to send out checks to anyone for the stimulus program. They want everyone to get a direct deposit. So in the next week or so, they're going to be setting up an online portal through the federal government page so that everyone could just enter in their simple information and get the direct deposit if they're not already set up for it. If you want to make sure that you get that link and that portal when it comes through, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I will be releasing an episode when the IRS does actually set that up, but it hasn't been done so yet. The other thing that people are getting is checks like this one from companies that are claiming that they have a stimulus payout for them. So you could see here, this is absolutely sickening. Just got this in the mail today. It's a car dealership faking a coronavirus stimulus relief check to trick people to go to their tent at this temporary relief site and be told that the check is fake and that they're just selling cars. A lot of people are going to be falling for that kind of stuff. And those companies and those businesses, and by the way, they do this because it works. People actually take these checks and go to these locations. So you may see this, or maybe a family member, somebody may see this. Do never trust any of that stuff. Remember, no checks are being sent out right now. And in addition to, if you receive a check that has a weird amount of money on it that has nothing to do with the stimulus payout money, like there's some cents, like 3,254 cents, completely fake. There's never going to be any cents there at all. And then some of these places want you to verify the check. If anyone asks you to verify a check, it's completely fake. Don't trust any of those things right now. No IRS checks are being sent out. The second way that people are already being scammed is on social media. So this is through your Facebook or your Twitter or your Instagram or Snapchat. Just know this, the IRS and the federal government will never, and I mean never, contact you or anyone via social media. And you might think to yourself, well, I know that, but there are other individuals out there who, because they really want this money, the $1,200, and they feel like maybe they messed up or they didn't file correctly or they did something wrong, that the government is really trying to get a hold of them online, and they'll click on these links. So this is an example of one here on Facebook that you can see from March 19th already. In order to receive any monies from the government, the 1,000 adults and 500 children, you have to fill out the census form online and whatever else is behind that big false there. This is the only image I could get of it. Completely fake. Again, the IRS will never contact you. Any links that are given to you through those things, never click on those links. If a business is sending something online through the social media sites to click on about the stimulus program, also completely fake. Do not trust it. The third way that they're scamming people already is through phone calls. So they're doing this 2 different ways. The first way is a fake agency is calling for your social security information or some sort of data that they need in order to process your stimulus payout. If they call up and they say they're from the IRS or the Treasury or a U.S. Emergency Grants Federation, do not believe it. The government is not going to contact people on the phone. Matter of fact, a good thing to always do is if you ever get a phone call from a number you don't recognize, never pick up that number. And I mean never, because a lot of time these scam agencies, they'll do something called phishing first, which it means they basically want to just see if that individual will actually pick up their phone when they don't recognize the number. And if people do that, they're automatically put on a list of high priority individuals who will continue to get scam phone calls, because people who are willing to pick up their phone for numbers they don't recognize are also more willing to be scammed. So never pick up your phone. Always just let it ring through. Wait for the voicemail. If you get one and it's a scam, just go ahead and block it and report that number immediately. The second way they're scamming people on the phones already is they are claiming that individuals need to pay a processing fee or that they owe some sort of backed taxes. And so that's going to be big, because a lot of individuals are going to feel like I might owe something, and because I haven't paid that, I'm not going to get my stimulus check. And it's going to sound pretty convincing. Like, listen, you only owe $300 in back taxes, but you want to get the $1,200 stimulus, you got to pay the back taxes first. And people are going to say, well, I want the $1,200, might as well just pay the $300. It's completely fake. Again, the IRS and the federal government, the U.S. Treasury, will never contact you over the phone for any of this stuff. And by the way, you don't even have to pay back taxes in order to get this $1,200 stimulus. Even if you owe back taxes, you will still get the stimulus payout. So don't trust any phone calls, and make sure your family members know this as well. The fourth way people are being scammed already is via text messaging. So here's an example of one. 1,000 USD to help you through the crisis has been approved. Claim online. And then you click on that link there. Do not click on any of those links. Any stimulus text messages from the IRS or the Treasury, do not believe it. It is a scam. Once again, the government will not contact you via phone, and they will not contact you via text message. They will not contact you on social media. It is always fake. But it's not just fake IRS text messages. It's also fake text messages from businesses. Here's an example of one from Costco. $100 bounty from Costco. That's the stimulus check for Costco's loyal customers. Again, click on that link. And here is another one that's the same exact thing. Do not trust any text message from any business. It is not that business. Costco is not sending out stimulus stuff. But if you get one from Walmart or Sam's Club or any other place, it's completely fake. Just go ahead and report the number as a scam. By the way, I'm going to leave you a link below to the U.S. federal government page that's going to show you all the information you need to know about these scams, and you can report them if you want to as well. The more people that are reporting them, the better it's going to be, the more it's going to help individuals. So I'll leave you that link below if you would like to use that. And the final way that people are getting scammed already is via email. So the email might look something like this. And you can see this example is here from March 31st. So just yesterday. Stimulus check. Get your money now. Dear sir, do not wait to get your money. Do not rely on the postal system. You cannot afford to take that chance. You need your money now. We are here to help you. Click the link below, cut through all the red tape, and receive your stimulus payout check. And that's not even a good one. You know, one thing that they probably will end up doing is when the IRS comes out with the portal that people can type in their information to get a direct deposit, which they will be coming out with because they want people to get the direct deposit, not a check. They're going to be scam artists who are going to know when that occurs. And the week following that, they're going to be sending out emails telling individuals that they didn't input their information correctly, or they need to update something, or something was wrong, and that they need to click on the link. And it's going to look like a link that's legitimate, but it is not. So that's when the good scams are going to come out, and they follow the federal government's page. So they know what the federal government is doing. And so many people are going to fall for this. So don't be one of those people. Go ahead and let your friends and family members know about this. Never trust anything that's an email, a phone call, social media, or a text message. Don't pick up any phone calls. Immediately block and all of those things. So if you want to be kept up to date on this stuff, we will be releasing more information on this as things come to us. Go ahead again, subscribe to the channel if you want to be kept up to date on that stuff. And if you have anything and you're not sure of it, go to the federal government page that I leave you a link below. Report it to the federal government. That'll help out a lot of people. And you could even ask me. You could say, you know, Vin, I'm not sure. I got this thing, and I will check into it for you as well. We can kind of support each other on this channel. Maybe I'll even do an updated video where we kind of review reveal some of the scams that people on this channel are seeing. So possibly in the future, I just want to make sure everyone is safe, not only when it comes to this virus, but also safe when it comes to the financial end, because the last thing people need is to be going through this pandemic and then to have some scam artist rip them off and take away their savings as well at the same time. So please, I hope this information has been good for you. Share it with other individuals as well. As always, we will catch you guys next time.